like, I need a whole tech team. That's what I need. So we're going to call in that, a whole tech team. I am not the tech guru, okay? So for you guys that are tuning in on Facebook Live and on YouTube, hi, how are you? Thank you so much for tuning in to the Oracle Ascension Center. I'm excited. You'll see me looking back and forth because I have 3 streams going in different places. But we are here and we're going to do the dang thing this morning. How about that? So welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Super Bowl Sunday. Super Bowl Sunday. So as you can tell, I have on my Ravens gear. I got on my Super Bowl ring because no matter what, although my team did not make it this year, I'm a true Ravens fan. Now, with that being said, I am going to be going for the Patriots today, only because I love me some Cardi B. Right. I love me some Cardi B. So it's kind of like just a by association thing. I don't really follow the Patriots like that. I really never heard of Stephon Diggs, honestly, until Cardi B started dating him. So that's the backdrop on why I am so excited to see the Patriots win today. Hey y'all on my IG Live. Hey Kite, how are you? How are you doing today? Patriots all the way. Okay. Didn't you play for the Patriots too? Weren't you there for a little bit? I can't remember, Kai. I think you were. But you see, I got my Raven stuff on. So listen, I know that there are so many new followers here that are gonna watch this video and may not know anything about me or where I came from. And then I got my tried and true that's been with me from day one and along the way. But I am Rashidah. Many people call me Ra. Ra means sun goddess. You may hear be referred to as any of those things. I am an oracle. I actually grew up in a Christian church, so I have a Christian background. I'm an ordained minister. I pastored for many years, and in the church, with my upbringing, and we'll talk about that at some point in time. But with my upbringing and in the church, I was considered, I guess, a prophetess because I was able to hear spirit on a very intense level, a very clear level, and a very accurate level. And so you will hear me say oracle. Oracle is just the form of priestess, the form of prophetess, the form of hearing that you will see as you spend time with me. So a little bit of backdrop on that. I am a mother of 8, y'all. I am a mother of 8, 6 of them by blood, 2 bonus boys by love, and amongst all 8, I have 6 grandbabies. So my life is evolving, ever evolving, always busy, but it's who I am. And I said this years ago when I first had my spiritual awakening and I came out of the Christian church and I started growing and my knowledge, my awareness of information began to expand. I said I would never, ever do anything that's going to require me to commit to every Sunday morning, because y'all don't understand me trying to get 6 babies together, trying to show up for y'all for the church. It was a lot. It was a lot. And I was like, you know what? I'm not doing that anymore. On top of all of the evolution and all the spiritual growth and all the information that was being thrown at me, I was just like, I am not ever. Needless to say, never say never. Never say never. So that's why I'm here. As I have grown, I will tell you, I am a rebel. I'm a rebel true and through, unless I hear the voice. And when I heard the voice, I probably ran a little bit. But I heard my higher self say, it's time. It's time. You understand, you overstand, you understand your purpose. And that is to serve, to share, and to teach. So I've always known that. That's not something that I didn't know. What I started doing was teaching more privately. So I would have private sessions. I would do my little TikToks. I would do smaller things where I wasn't necessarily live and putting myself on a stage for multiple people. Hey, Princess. Princess is a day oneer. Princess, you've been with me since what? I think that was 2009 or 10, I think. So yes, he was a member of the Vision Center, New Beginnings and the Vision Center. So thank you. Welcome so much thank you for being here, and welcome to everybody else. Hey, Keisha and everybody else. Y'all know I'm looking at 2 different screens. But I was doing private sessions. So I would do coaching. I would do different things. I would speak in small scales. Sometimes I would post stuff. Sometimes I wouldn't, because I probably was running a little bit. And also the level of commitment and responsibility that it takes to show up on this platform required me to do some inner work. So I have spent years working on me, working on healing this inner child, working on regulating this nervous system, making sure that I could show up for the other versions of me, the other versions of me, the way that you deserve. And so henceforth, I surrendered to the cause. So here we are. We have the Ascension Portal that is here, and the Ascension Portal covers the Oracle Ascension Center. So hopefully that gave you a little bit of backdrop as to how we showed up, how we got here today, and where we are going. You may have questions. Feel free to type them in the chat. I will come back to them. I promise you I will. If I don't come back to them in this live stream, I will still come back and revisit them so I can make sure that I stay engaged with you. And I appreciate you. Like, I appreciate you. Do you know how many other things you could be doing on this Super Bowl Sunday besides sitting here listening to me? I know that there are a million other things you could be doing, but you're here. And so I love you. I honor you. I appreciate you. And let's get into it. Let's get into it. So I felt like many people do know the story and some people don't. So like I said, I'm going to share. But the topic today was the cosmic womb. The cosmic womb. And oftentimes I will refer to the text, the book that we call the Bible. And the text that I wanted to refer to today is Psalm 35. And it says, weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. And many of us have heard it. We say it so loosely. But in this season of my life, I've had to go back and revisit that scripture. But as I was revisiting it and sitting with it, just chewing it up and meditating on it, I realized we focus so much on joy comes in the morning, right? Because everybody wants to, when you're going through some shit, you do not want to be sitting there in the tough, dark space. You want to focus on how soon can I get out of this hellhole so I can get to the joy comes in the morning. But I've spent a season of my life in this cosmic womb, in the night, in the dark space. So when we talk about cosmic, we're speaking of a universal dark space. I am a traditionally trained midwife, so you'll hear me oftentimes talk about the female anatomy, the womb. I've spent some time in this dark space that we call the cosmic womb. And I got there from just life. I ended up going through a divorce. I went through a divorce in 2024. Had been in a 15-year marriage and learned. I learned a lot. Let me tell you something. That was one of my greatest lessons. My ex was one of my greatest teachers. My first husband was one of my greatest teachers. And so there's no remorse or regret, but those are the catalysts. They were the catalysts to help me get to this cosmic womb, this dark space. And I can remember, like, I guess it was early 2025, and the children were gone one day. And I remember just sitting in my bed, screaming to the top of my lungs, how much longer is this shit gonna hurt? How much longer do I have to feel this right here, right now? And I think what I remembered was that wasn't my first time in that space. See, this was my second divorce that I just went through. After my first divorce, I was married to my childhood sweetheart, who was the love of my life at the time. We went through a divorce. And let me tell you, that was hard. It was really hard. But what it did was put me in a place to where I had to find me. I had to sit with me. And so here I am now in my 40s, back in this same dark space, back in this same cosmic womb. And I'm like, why the hell am I here? What am I doing wrong? What has happened? Why am I experiencing such intense turmoil? And I sat there. I cried, I screamed, I hollered. And what I said was, let me keep my behind right here. Let me stay right here for as long as I need to be right here till I can learn the lessons that I need to learn. Heal myself to a place that I will not have to revisit this same pain again. Listen now, I'm in one of the hardest seasons of my life. And instead of me wanting to get out of it. I got to a place where I said, I know joy is coming in the morning, but before I get to the joy, let me sit here in this night season. Let me sit here in this dark cosmic womb until I figure this shit out, because something is going on. It's something that I need to learn. It's something about the cosmic womb, that space where we can figure out who we truly are. We can heal our inner wounds. We can learn lessons that we need to learn so that we don't have to find this place so heavy. And in that space, I had to find my worth. I had to find out who I was. I had to find out what it is about me, how to love myself. I had to learn how to love myself. And many of you have experienced this. Many of you will understand that anytime you go through something in life, it's not there to break you. Your experiences are not here to break you. They're here to teach you, to help you, to heal you, to encourage you, to motivate you. But so many times we shy away from that lesson because it don't feel good. Let me tell you, that dark space doesn't feel good. That night, that weeping in the night, that doesn't always feel good. But I challenge you that if you can get in that space, if you ever find yourself in that dark space, if you can sit there and shift your reality, shift your perspective on why you're there, then this is a time for me. This is a time to figure out what it is that you truly love, how to love yourself. So many of us, and I can speak for women, and I'm gonna speak for women. By the time I got to my dark space in my 40s, I didn't know who the hell I was. I had lived my life to appease so many other people. I lived my life to gain approval, even as a child, gain approval of adults, parents, family members, gain approval of teachers. I lived my life to appease my audience, to appease my friends, we live so much of our lives for other people. And when we get certain words, we get certain affirmations from external places, then we begin to think, I can perform in this way to get this accolade, or I can perform in this way to get this acknowledgement. And we start losing ourselves, or we experience pain, we experience hurt, we experience abuse. Many girls, sexual traumas. Men have sexual traumas that they experience, and so they begin to put themselves behind this mask, right? They begin to put themselves behind this mask as a way to protect themselves. I've done it. We all have done it. We protect ourselves. And so by the time we get to a place where traumas have happened, hell has happened, we hit this dark space. It's like a dark night of the soul. We hit this dark space. Most of us don't really know who we are until we get there. That's the truth. Most of us don't really know who we truly are until life has happened, until hell has happened, until that crushing place, that crushing point has come. That's the time that we realize we don't really know who we are. I was asked, well, what do you like to do? This is back when I was going through. What do you like to do? I would say, hell, I don't know. Whatever my ex-husband liked to do, whatever the kids needed me to do. What did I like? I didn't know. I didn't know who I was. And so I decided to enter this space, this time, in this dark cosmic womb, to find me. And that's what I encourage you to do. When you get into that dark space, think about all the hell you had to endure to get here. Think about all the pain, all the relationships that you had to let go of, all of the things that were said about you. Think about all the times where you were struggling financially, emotionally, times when you didn't know how you was going to pay this bill, that bill, maybe lost your job, whatever it is, grief, rage, whatever the things that you've had to endure that got you to that dark space. Think about those things. Think about if anybody else had to deal with the hell you had to deal with, they probably wouldn't even know what to do. Probably would have lost their mind. That's the truth. Probably would have lost their mind if they had to deal with half of the shit that you had to deal with. But you still made it. You still made it. So in that dark space, when you get to that tough spot in the cosmic womb of your life, shift your reality to see that you are there for a reason. It is like a clean slate. The woman's body, when she is carrying a baby, it's dark in there. It's dark inside of her womb. It's dark. However, two things are happening. every version of that baby that's growing is dying as there's an evolution of the new baby. As the evolution, as that body grows. So when you're in a cosmic space, you're having to deal with death and rebirth every moment. The old version of you is dying away, yet the new version of you is being birthed. The old version is dying. At the same time, a new version of you is being birthed. And only you get to decide what you're going to do with that new version. Only you get to decide what that new version is going to look like. What's going to come out of this cosmic womb is going to be the total process of what you decide you want the new you to be. It's simple. It's that simple. When you're in the cosmic womb, you get to tap into your inner source, your highest self, and say, you know what? I'm no longer the person that I used to be. I no longer am going to live in these same patterns. I'm no longer going to live in the same hurt. I'm no longer going to be broke. I'm no longer going to be confused. I'm no longer going to be weak. I am coming into the version of me that I have always desired to become. That cosmic womb is a space of infinite possibilities. See, everything is created in the darkness. Everything is created in the darkness. It's in that dark space. You're there for a reason. You're in that dark space because now you get to create the reality that you truly desire. Now you get to say, forget all that other stuff. Forget all that. Forget the people. Forget the pressure. Forget the pain. Forget the bills. Forget the money. Forget all of that. I'm here now and I get to create another version of me. So every time you have something that puts you in that dark space, begin to celebrate. I'm so glad that didn't work out. I'm so glad that I couldn't pay that bill. I'm so glad that I lost that job. I'm so glad that person walked away. I'm so glad that I chose me. I'm so glad that all of those things happened because now I get to create the ultimate reality that I truly desire. I get to be the version of me that's the most authentic, the truest, most powerful version of me. That's what's going to be birthed from that cosmic womb. So when we say weeping endures for a night, but joy comes in the morning, joy comes, but it comes when we choose to find joy in the dark space. When we choose to find peace in the dark space, don't rush that season. Don't rush that season. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, you want to. I know I wanted to. I want to say how much longer I got to deal with this and when can it be over? But if you can get to a place where you can find joy in the dark space, let me tell you, baby, that's when you become the most powerful version of you that you will ever experience. When you realize that you get to shape your reality. You get to birth your own, you get to rebirth yourself as many times as you need to. Once I found the magic in the womb space, in that cosmic womb, once I found the magic there, I wake up 5 o'clock every morning before the children get up, while it's still quiet, when where it's just dark, there's no light outside. And I create that space every day because now I see this dark space is where I get to create my reality. So I create that cosmic womb every morning before I get up. And I decide, what am I going to do today? Who am I going to be today? How am I going to show up for me today? No more of the old stories. I'm not a victim. I'm not weak. I know my worth. Like, I don't have to carry those things from day to day. I get to create a new womb in the morning every day when I wake up. And I get to show up as her. I get to show up as the most powerful, authentic version of myself every single day. Every single day. So people would ask me often, well, how are you doing this? How are you doing this? How could you smile through it all? How could you, and I tell you this, I said Super Bowl Sunday, I was a millionaire in my early 20s because my ex-husband played professional. He played for the Ravens. So we had a lot of money at a young age. Well, after the divorce and life happening, I was broke. So people think, I don't know what people think, but there was a season where I know what it was like to not have. Baby, I know what that feels like to not be able to pay my bills. And I had children. And then here it is, I get into this new marriage and we don't have no money together. So, and we got more babies. So I know what that struggle feels like. I know what it feels like to lose yourself. I know what it feels like to lose yourself in a relationship. I know what it feels like to give up all of your dreams so that you can make sure somebody else fulfills theirs. I know what all of that feels like. But in that darkest time and in that space, I was able to find me. When everything had been stripped away, I got to say, who am I? What do I like to do? How do I love myself? How can I expect somebody else to love me when I don't know how to love myself? How can I ask from another person to love me to the capacity that I desire to be loved when I can't even demonstrate for them what that looks like? Self-love. I had to learn self-love in that dark space. And I encourage you to take the time out. Take the time out. If you have, let's say you have, just do it. Just try it. Just try. I'm gonna challenge you for 7 days. Before we come back here next week, for 7 days, get up in the morning before anything else happens. Before your day gets started. When it's still quiet. And if you're married, find another room, lay in the bed, whatever, it doesn't matter. Find a way that in the morning before your day gets started, that you can go into the darkest space, the darkest time of your life, and think about what it took to get you there and what lessons you learned while you were in that dark space. Every morning, wake up and create just 5-10 minutes. Revisit your darkest time in life. Now, some of you may be in it right now. Some of you may be in your darkest season right now. But revisit it or spend time in that darkest space and think, what have I endured to get me here? Think about it. Take a deep breath and say, but I'm still breathing. And you can begin to find gratitude and peace in the dark space. And as you do that, you'll realize I enjoy the fact that I can come here, I can process this information because I know that what's on the other side is going to be greater than whatever led me to get here. So at the times where I had my darkest moments, where I was broke, busted, disgusted, all of those things, whatever, however, when I was going through it, losing my mind, you can look back at my pictures. And there were pictures, I look back at pictures sometimes that I'm so in awe of what my body was carrying, the weight that my body was carrying, the grief, the rage, the depression, the resentment that my body carried. And so in the dark space, I could even be grateful and thankful for my body, that she carried me through some of the toughest times of my life. When I wanted to give up, when I didn't want to breathe again, I found a way to take one more breath. And I kept taking a breath, and I kept taking a breath, and I kept taking a breath until I could get to the place that I could see I have a fresh start. I got a clean slate. I don't have to bring none of that shit with me, and I can start all over again. So I'm challenging you to do that this week. Sit and think about that darkest space, that darkest time. Think about what it took to get there. Take a deep breath and find gratitude that you're still here. And then begin to shift the identity. Shift the identity of who you are into the highest version of yourself, your highest reality. And what does that look like? Sometimes when we in a dark place, y'all, we can't think about nothing. We don't really be thinking about no good shit. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's hard to be broke and think about being a millionaire. It's hard to be hungry and think about having a lot of food. It's hard to be lonely and think about being loved. But all of those things are things that you have to birth in yourself before you will ever see it in this 3D reality. You have to live it in a 5D reality. You have to live it here. You have to live it here before you ever will see it here. And the best way to do that is in the dark space. Don't rush that cosmic womb time. Don't rush it. I have moms that are due, and they call me and they say, well, can I take this so I can hurry up and go into labor because I'm tired of being pregnant. And I often encourage them, think about the baby that you're carrying. Is that baby ready? Because if that baby was ready, that baby will come. And what you're experiencing may be uncomfortable, it may be challenging, but when you love that baby more than you can ever imagine, you can give that baby what that baby needs. That baby wasn't ready to come out yet. So if when it's time, it will. And so they're able to think about it. And so I'm challenging you, don't rush your dark space experience. Don't rush your cosmic womb experience. Create the cosmic womb every time you need to, so that you can understand that when joy comes, that joy looks like the most authentic, truest, highest, powerful version of you that you can even imagine. That's my challenge to you today. That's my challenge to you today. And so a lot of my videos, I share some of my pain, I share some of my story. I was in an emotionally dark place. Depressed. Like I said, go look at the pictures. I was depressed. Didn't want to live some days. But I had to stay here. I had to stay here for my children. I had to stay here for you guys. But what I realized is I had to stay here for me, because I hadn't reached my pinnacle yet. I hadn't reached the place that I could say, you know what? I am the best version of me. I'm the most evolved version of me. I'm the wealthiest version of me. I haven't reached it yet, so I can't go nowhere, because I got some money to make, baby. I got billions coming my way. I got the best relationship of my life coming my way. I could not leave yet. I couldn't check out yet. There was no way that I could leave before that eversion was here, before you could see it. So when you get to that place where you think you can't take it, you can't make it, I'm telling you, that's when you take a deep breath and you begin to imagine. You begin to be like a child again. Find the things that you love to do and start all over. Retell the story. You get to retell the story. You're the author of this story. There's nothing that exists outside of you. You are all that was, all that is, and all that ever will be. It's just you. There's nothing else outside of you. So you get to write a new story. You get to write a new story. People wonder and try to figure out, well, how am I, it's hard. And I'll say this, I'll give you a little, it was tough, walking away from my upbringing in the Christian church, right? Walking away from those beliefs, because I realized and I found and it evolved into a greater consciousness. I evolved into my Christ consciousness. I grew into the message that had been poured into me all that time. I began to embody it. That was a really tough thing to do, to walk away from that version to become the version of me now that understands I am the most powerful being. I am the most powerful thing in my reality. That was tough. That was tough. And it put me in a space where I had to find me. I had to go within. The way that you're going to ascend in this reality is to go within. When you go within, it is dark. You got to see yourself in ways that you never imagined. You got to see the good, the bad, the ugly. You got to face that. You got to face that. But when you do, you're going to come out so empowered. You'll come out so aware. You'll come out so proud of who you truly are. You'll be authentic and real and genuine. And that's what matters. That's what people want from you. So if you're in a place where you're shying away from being seen, you're shying away from your calling, you're shying away from stepping out into the next best thing for you because you're worried about what other people think, so freaking what? Do you know how much I had to overcome to get to the place where it's more of you that need me to be honest and authentic than the people that needed me to keep telling them lies? I needed to tell myself the truth. I couldn't tell that story anymore. I understood now what Christ consciousness meant. I understood that the text says, I am the way, the truth, and the light. It didn't say you are the way, the truth. I am. So when I repeat that, I am the way. I am the way. I am the way. Nothing outside of me is the way. I am the way. I had to understand that. And when I understood it, I couldn't go back and tell anybody else ever again, hey, it's somebody in the sky that's working magic for you or that's controlling you. That it's not. There's not a sky daddy in the sky writing the story for you. You are the author of the story. You got to write the shit the way you want it to be. You get to write it. You get to put the plot twist in there. You get to put the highlights in there. You get to put the tears in there. All of those things are what you will realize when you go into your cosmic womb and realize ain't nobody in there but you. Nobody put you there but you. And how exciting is that you decided I am at the point to where I no longer am I going to live out this false reality. I'm going to now live into a more empowered reality. I'm going to embody my own power. and live out my life the way that I want to out loud. So you don't understand how many people kept asking me, when are you going to come back and teach again? When are you going to come back? When are you going to start? I'm going to teach, but baby, I'm going to teach it true and through. I'm going to teach it from my truth. I'm going to teach it from what I understand. And I'm going to teach the people, the other light beings who need to hear this so that they can step out and show up as their most authentic, genuine self, their most enlightened self. And so once you endure that cosmic wound, baby, when you come out, that's joy. That's joy. That's why I could get up and get excited this morning about coming on this live again, about being live for you. When I said I wasn't ever going to do it, it's joy because I stayed in the cosmic womb until I figured out who the hell I was and what my purpose is. And if I could do it, you could do it too. And so in that cosmic space, I began, you know what? I think in this new reality, I'm gonna be a millionaire. That was the first thing I said. And I was like, wait a minute, I've been a millionaire before, so that's too little. I've already done that. I've already done it. Why? Why am I gonna do that? I'm gonna be a billionaire. How about that? I'm gonna dream big. I'm gonna be a billionaire. Not am I gonna be, wait a minute, I am a billionaire. Because that's the identity of who I created. I get to do that. You get to do that. I have had really tough marriages, right? Where I had to learn to love, forgive, right? Until I realized I gotta love me and I gotta forgive me. So now when I get to come out and create this new reality, you know what? I have created the identity of me that is gonna be in the most loving, dynamic, powerful relationship with a partner who loves themselves more than they could ever love me. Therefore, they can show up for me and love me and match the level of love that I have for myself. I created that reality. What else? You know what? I'm going to travel the world. And as I start creating this identity, I begin to get excited. Let me go look up some places I want to go. So these are the things that you can do when you realize you get to write the new story. I'm writing a new story. You're writing a new story. What is your story going to tell? Who are you going to be in that story? Who are you going to show up as in that story? That's what's important. That's what I want you to do. That's what I'm challenging you for this week. To spend some time every morning in that cosmic space, in the darkest space. Reflect on all the hell you've been through and know that all that hell was only to get you to a place that you realize that you are the most powerful being in your story. And only person that can write the reality, write the story, write the book the way that you want it to be is you. Is you. That's your responsibility. It's not mine. That's not anybody. It's not your partner. It's not your mates. It's not your children. It's not anybody leading you. It's not your teachers, your coaches. It's your responsibility to write the story the way you want it to be read, the way you want it to unfold, the way you want to feel it. And feel it. Feel it. I live in the identity of who I've written. I live in the billionaire identity. People ask, well, how can you just do? Because I am her. Is there $1 billion in my bank account right now? No, you could, it's not $1 billion. Am I a billionaire? Absolutely, wholeheartedly. And I live that way. When I have to make a decision, let's say something happens and I have to make a decision, I make it from the billionaire identity because I know that if I'm doing that, then that's what has to show up. That's the energy that I'm putting into my life, and that's what has to show up. And anything different, I still get excited. Anything different, even if challenges come, I get excited because I know, this is one of those, this is a cosmic moment. This is the moment where I get to shift. This is the moment where I get to learn something new about myself, how powerful I am. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it. We're not going to rush it. We're going to stay right here so that I can shift into the next identity, the next best thing. Every time. Every single time. So, hope that helps. Hope that encourages you a little bit. Yes, joy will come, but weeping endures for the night. Weeping endures for the night. You get to determine what you're going to do with those tears. You can be watering the seeds of your highest dimension. You can be watering the seeds of your greatest outcome with those tears in that cosmic womb. Make it count. Don't sit there for no reason, baby. Don't go through that hell for no reason. Come out loving yourself. Come out being proud of yourself. Come out knowing your worth. But in order to do all of those things, you got to figure out who you truly are. And that might be a tough visual to realize that, you know what, I'm not who I thought I was. That was that person that was created to fit in them circles that I don't really run in no more. That version was created to carry some weight that I don't have to carry anymore. That version was created out of pain, out of trauma, out of hurt. But I don't have to be that version anymore. I get to be a whole new badass chick. And that's who I'm gonna be. That's who I am. So again, hope that helps. I want to see when this week, make sure you let me know. Give me feedback, please, on what your mornings are like when you go into that cosmic womb, when you go into that dark space. Let me know what it's like. Let me know what you see. Tell me some of the things that got you there. But then tell me, be sure, don't just stop there. Be sure to tell me what it is that you got out of that dark space. What was the thing? What was the one thing that was the light switch where you flipped? You know what? This space ain't that bad. This space right here is where I can be Superwoman, Superman, all powerful, all knowing. This is where I figure I can rebirth my whole life right here in this dark space. So tell me what moment that you encountered that got you there. Because joy does come. Joy does come in the morning, but you can also bring joy into that cosmic womb. All right, I love you much. I love you much. I see you guys over here. Let's see if I missed anything. Yes, I am the way. I am. Oh, look at Wale. I see you already. Listen, I love you guys. I love you so much. Listen, I don't know. We're going to keep doing it. We're going to get better. We're going to grow. We're going to expand. I don't know fully where this is going. I can't tell you, but I'm going to be here. I'm going to show up. Whatever comes, you know, I lead by my intuition. I speak from my intuition. And so I felt like it was important today to share this message because oftentimes we always focus, we tend to focus on the outcome, but there's so much to learn in the process. There's so much to learn. I would not be who I am had I not spent time in the dark space, learning to love me, learning my identity, finding out who I am, finding out what I love. I wouldn't be who I am if it wasn't for the power of that cosmic womb. And so, yes, you'll hear a lot of my messages. I'm always on the high. I'm on the high, the billionaire, the mindset, the abundance, the wealth, the healing. I'm on that. But there was a process that got me there. And that I can't overlook that. I don't ever want to take that season for granted. The toughest seasons of my life, but the best seasons of my life. And it'll be the same for you. You'll look back one day and say, hey, I don't know how, but I did. I don't know how, but I did. So I love you much. Listen, you can find me on my Facebook. You're here, obviously, my YouTube channel, my Instagram live. If you want to donate anything, I will put it in those links. You're able to donate just by Cashapp. My Cashapp name is Ascensionportal. If you want to Zelle it to me, you can Zelle it to my email at Coachrashidah@gmail.com. You can Venmo me. If you want to do Venmo, you can do Rashidah-Young-27. So if you want to donate, please do so. Listen, I appreciate you. I give my time. I give my stories because that is what I know is going to encourage somebody else to listen and hold on to so they can get through when they're going through it. People always ask, why do you tell all your business? Why do you tell everything? Because I need other people to know if I could get through it, they could too. That's why. I'm an open book. I have no shame. I am who I am. I experience what I experience. I grow and I share those things so you can feel empowered to do the same. So I love you much. I will be interacting with these videos throughout the week. So if you have questions, if you have thoughts, if you have feedback, please share that with me. I appreciate you. I love you. I love you so very much. We have been together for a little while this morning. Y'all go and have a ball. Have a ball watching this game. Avery said, this is confirmation for you. Thank you so much. I love you, girlie. I love you. I got to see you soon. But I appreciate you for showing up for me this morning. And I hope that I was able to give you what you needed. And we'll talk. We got to talk. We got to catch up. Love you. Love you, Stacy. I don't have my gnome. I should have brought my gnome with me. I don't have my gnome down here. All right. I love you. I'm going to end the live and then we will chat. In the comments this week. I love you. We'll talk soon.